Guys, for tuning into another segment of the Sit Down with Malik Wright presented by First Star Logistics. And on this segment, I'll be discussing why I think Israel Adesanya might have surpassed Anderson the Spider Silva as the middleweight GOAT in the UFC. Israel Adesanya made his debut in the UFC in 2000, I want to say 2018, February of 2018. He went on a five-fight winning streak, something along those lines. And just to put it into perspective for you guys, we've seen Israel Adesanya beat the likes of Marvin Vettori multiple times, Brad Tavares, Derek Brunson, Anderson Silva himself, Kelvin Gastelum, Robert Whitaker, Yoel Romero, Paulo Costa, not Jan Blachowicz, Robert Whitaker a couple of times, you know, and we keep seeing him just continue to elevate over time. Just to understand how dominant Israel Adesanya's reign has been, because I feel like that's not talked about enough. Israel Adesanya has fought for a championship, whether it be an interim or the actual championship, meaning middleweight or light heavyweight championship. He's fought about 10 times for it. This is being in the UFC literally since 2018. So that incredible stretch that he's on is absolutely, it's shocking. And it's dominant too. And I think the loss to Alex Pereira in there might put a blemish a little bit on some people's, not mine. The loss to Jan Blachowicz in there might put a blemish on some people, but not mine. This is a guy that avenged that loss against Alex Pereira by winning by devastating knockout. He went up in weight, tested himself against Jan Blachowicz, who's an absolutely tank of a man, and lost by decision. Albeit people don't talk about it, he looked pretty damn good in the striking back and forth. But there's a real case for Israel Adesanya, to have passed Anderson Silva. Israel Adesanya has fought for a championship every step of the way through his career since 2019, when he first won the interim middleweight championship in an absolute war against Kelvin Gastelum. He has not fought for a championship since 2019. His name is all over the middleweight record books. So I know it might be an uncomfortable conversation to have, but I think we need to have it. Israel Adesanya is a phenom. Now, let me play a little scenario for you. Israel Adesanya has the opportunity this upcoming weekend to beat Sean Strickland. He has the opportunity to beat Sean Strickland. Now, I'm expecting him to beat Sean Strickland. But there's also an avenue for Israel Adesanya to then potentially go up and try to claim the light heavyweight championship belt. Because it looks like Yuri Prochazka or Alex Pereira might be fighting for the UFC light heavyweight championship in the future. The winner of that makes a lot of sense for Israel Adesanya. But as uncomfortable as that conversation might be to have, I think it is time to have it. Ric Flair has an old saying, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Well, Israel Adesanya did that. He beat the middleweight GOAT in Anderson Silva, albeit it might have been an older Anderson Silva. He still did it. He's clearly beat some of the best names in the division. He's calling for new blood. He's calling for the Dricus du Plessis of the world. And as of this morning, he's also saying, hey, he's rooting for Khamzat Chimaev because he wants new blood. So Israel Adesanya is not a guy that's turning down the opportunity to fight the best of the best. He wants to test himself. He wants to continue to prove to people that he is truly the GOAT. He truly is the last style bender. But I think it's time to have a conversation about it, because I think the roars are going to continue to grow, especially after this weekend. I think you will start to hear more people put Israel Adesanya's name in the same breaths of the George St. Pierre's, of the John Joneses after this weekend. And to think this guy still has a lot more to do in this sport if he so chooses, because Lord knows, outside of the UFC, outside of mixed martial arts, there's a life for Israel Adesanya. But man, I think it's time to start having a conversation that Israel Adesanya might be entering on that GOAT tier status. Do I think Khamzat Chimaev is a tough fight for him? Absolutely. Would I pick Khamzat Chimaev to beat Israel Adesanya? Absolutely. But there is no denying what he has done so far in the UFC and how amazing his run has truly been. So again, I think Israel Adesanya beats Sean Strickland this weekend. I think his name gets put up there with the greats. I think he cements his GOAT status in the middleweight division. But I'm curious if Israel Adesanya is now going to then try to look to move up and fight for the light heavyweight championship against Yuri or Alex. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. None of that even matters. Israel Adesanya is the GOAT of the UFC's middleweight division. He's up there with some of the greats, man. The guy's run has been absolutely crazy, and I'm looking forward to him continue to try to etch his name in the history books. But if you like more, matter of fact, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think Israel Adesanya has surpassed Anderson Silva? Or do you think I'm stupid? Either way, let me know. If you like more video content like this, do me a huge favor. Give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we go live or when we upload content from the First Star Logistics